Hey there, welcome to this introductory video to ChatGPT, where I'll show you around the interface, show you how to ask questions, and show you the settings behind the scenes. If you haven't done so already, go to the bottom left and sign up with your email account or create a new account to get this enhanced screen. Once done, we'll start. We'll start in this top left, and what you'll see are two lines. This brings us to history and settings, and I'll come back to this after we've gone round. At the top, we have Get Plus. We tap this, and this will give us the opportunity to upgrade. Now, if you're new to ChatGPT, I suggest you continue with the free version, and if you have further needs, you can then upgrade. But for now, stick with free. Just in the top right, we have this button here, and this is temporary chat. Think of it as if you were using Chrome and you go into incognito mode. Basically, it will do the search, but it won't save it in your chat history. We can toggle that off. Now, we come along to the bottom of the screen, and what we have here are some suggestions. You can tap on any of these and the search will begin. Talking of searches, we now come towards the search section, which is this bottom row. We have the plus sign just here, and here you can use your camera to take a photo. As you can see, the camera is there. We'll pop a remote, take a photo, and here it is. Below it says ask anything. So let's tap here and ask, what is this? We'll give it a second, and as you can see, it's correctly identified it as a Roku TV remote. Let's go back to the plus sign again. We've done camera. You can also do the same thing with your photos. Tap photos, choose a limited option, and select a photo. I've selected a photo. Again, let's see if it can identify it. It's gone off to do the search and it's returned the MacBook. Just here, I have a message about a new chat with it being ChatGPT 5. So we've gone back to the regular chat. So we've clicked on the plus sign, we've covered camera, we've covered photos. And below this line, we have some styles in which GPT can search for information. It can do deep research where it takes longer to find your answer. It has a study and learn option. And with this, it will act as a tutor and not just give you the answers, it will ask you to think and give some feedback. We have an option to create an image, and we have a standard web search, which is typically the quickest way to get results. Add files is an option as well, and you can scan a document to ask it questions. Let's create an image whilst we're here. Describe an image. Let's say flying car. This will take a little bit of time to construct, so let's start a new chat. To do this, just look up here. You'll see a pen on a piece of paper. Tap there, and we get a new chat window. We've seen what's behind the plus button. Now we have the main text area, and this is where you'll be 95% of the time. So just do a search. What is the biggest dog? Hit the search button. ChatGPT goes away, scours the earth, looks for the information, loses the network connection, and then it comes back. English Mastiff. Well, I never. There you go. Now, interestingly, we move along to these two options here, and these use voice. Very handy, saves a lot of typing. So, we have the microphone button first. What we can do is tap that button, then speak our question. Let's give it a try. What is the second biggest dog? It's transcribing. And look, it's fired off the question. So the second heaviest is the Saint Bernard. There you go. Now, beneath the answer, we have some options. If you have a look at the left-hand side, we have a button we can press, and that copies the message. And with that being copied, you can paste it into a notepad, an email, or anywhere you wish. The button beside it is a speaker.
The second biggest dog breed depends a bit on whether you're measuring by weight or height.
Very handy, it will read your answer for you. Next, we have a thumbs up or thumbs down, depending on the answer. We'll give this one a thumbs up. And here, the last option is share. And we can share this via AirDrop or Messages or one of these other apps. Okay, let's use this chat button right here so we can have a conversation with ChatGPT. ChatGPT, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Let me know if there's anything I can help you with.
What would you recommend as a friendly dog for a pet?
There are quite a few friendly dog breeds out there. For example, Golden Retrievers and Labrador Retrievers are super friendly and great with families. Cavalier King Charles Spaniels are also very affectionate and friendly. If you want a smaller breed, Pugs and French Bulldogs are adorable and friendly as well. It really depends on what size and energy level you're looking for.
Okay, thank you.
You're very welcome. If you have any other questions or need more info, just let me know.
There you have it. That's how voice chat works. It's very, very good. Let's end that. We can give it a thumbs up or a thumbs down. And just here, we have its answer in text. So that's the core of ChatGPT. Let's just see what's going on below the hood. We'll go back to those 2 lines at the beginning. At the top, we have ChatGPT, which we've been using. We have library. Now this is where the images are stored. Let's tap it and see if our image is there. And there's our flying car. We'll go back. Next, we have GPTs. If you select here, we have some customized GPTs which are specialists in their given areas. As you can see, we have a Write For Me, Scholar GPT, and you can scroll down under Trending and see many, many different GPTs which are available. One thing to bear in mind is that these are by ChatGPT, whereas some are by other companies, and you need to bear in mind what information you're giving. We also have a section at the top here, which will tell you it's a productivity GPT, research and analysis, programming, and many, many more. Here we have a list of our conversations. You may remember I asked for the flying car. That's recorded here. If I want to get rid of this chat, come up to these 3 lines and just go to delete. I can also share, rename, report, or archive. Let's delete. We'll delete. We'll go back to the 2 lines, and as you can see, the flying car has gone. So you can clear these as and when you please. Now, go down to the bottom left, you'll see your name. Click, and here we have some settings. You have your email address which you've signed up with, your subscription, an offer to upgrade to ChatGPT Plus. You can restore purchases. We have personalization. If we tap this, we can enable customize ChatGPT. And what we can do here is give GPT some guidelines. So we can say, what should ChatGPT call you? You can ask it to give it your name or have some fun. Let me know in the comments what you choose. You can tell it what you do. You can choose which personality ChatGPT should have. And also what traits should it have. And there are many options along the bottom here. We'll go back. Next, we have memory, where you can administer what ChatGPT remembers. So click on Manage Memories, and we can highlight a memory and delete. And here we have Reference Chat History. This allows ChatGPT to go back into your chat history and recall information and help it answer your questions. We move to Notifications. Here we can enable notifications. Data controls. With this toggled on, your questions and answers will be sent to GPT to help it improve its system. Next, we have voice mode, where you can choose whether you want to send your audio and video recordings to OpenAI. Next, below, archive all chats, delete all chats. We can export our data and we can delete the account. If you have archived chats, you can click there to see them. We have security, and you can enable two-factor authentication. Then we have options for the app. We have the app language. We can auto send with dictation. We have appearance, where you can change from light to dark. We have accent color, where you can choose a hue, blue, pink, etc. Haptic feedback, correct spelling automatically. Map provider, it's using Apple Maps, but if you want to use Google Maps, just change it there. We have the main language, voice mode. So when I was interacting with the voice assistant, I can change that now and choose a different voice.
Hi, glad to meet. Hey there. Hi there. I just want to share how thrilled I am to work with you.
We have background conversations. Then for the main chat, we have autocomplete, trending searches, follow-up suggestions, and at the bottom, just some general information about the app. So that covers the introduction to ChatGPT. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments if you have and what you'll be using ChatGPT for. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe, and come back for more ChatGPT videos in the near future.